Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another programming workout of mine. It is the number 737. As usual, we will do 3 minutes of typing and 35 minutes of me. This time it will be learning Angular. So let's get into. I'm also trying the different mice. Trying to figure out which one I will be buying in the end. Well, I bought them, but I will return most of them. I will keep just one, I think. This one has a yeah, and I'm saying the same thing. I really like the shape of it. So basically, I think it goes between this and that. This has like better shape. It kind of like moves better around for me, and this one has the infinite scroll thingy, which I think it's nice. And this one is silent. This one is not. Well, silent. It's quieter. Okay. Well, let's get into it. Oh, that's long. Okay. No, come on. 10%. I'm not exactly improving it, but it doesn't matter that much to me. Well, it does, but well, let's not be so sorry about it. Or too sorry about it. Still kind of decide, like... Yeah, it's like weird to hold this mouse for some reason. This side, it's kind of... It's weirdly... Maybe if I spread my fingers around, I don't know. If this would be this, would have the stopping wheel, that would be awesome. But it doesn't. Okay, oh, well, anyway. Oh, I want to do so many stuff. But we will now continue in this thing, which I... Okay, so I can see something. Undo. I did delete it. I did what? I did comment it. What? Undo. IntelliJ, wake up. Wake the fuck up. What the fuck is happening? And it's frozen. I might have to kill it and restart it again. And this one, all of this, that is red. Why? Okay, so now it's good. Yeah, scrolling around is much more pleasant. What about with this guy? It's okay. What about this guy? I'm hungry. And someone told me it's good to eat bananas in the evening, so I would sleep better. So maybe I can have a banana. What is for dinner? Spaghetti go. I will do it later. Spaghetti go. Spaghetti code. Spaghetti code. What is for dinner? Spaghetti go. Is anyone still here? I don't know. Hope you are not bored if you are here. If you are not here, I hope you have a good sleep or what, something. But now it should compile, right? Yeah, now it compiles. Nobody's here. Yeah, that's what I said. And I was doing some fuckery in here. And I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I'm trying to understand the hooks. Oh, it basically is. It just does shit. In the life cycle of components. Or directives. So here we are in the peekaboo component. That's the one which is shown I press this button. So this is all that is displayed in there. Hooks in general are a code which will be triggered based on something which happens, but it's not like you are not calling that function directly, but because you did like something, then it will be catched, you know, like that behavior. That's basically that. If something, you know, some like variables. Yeah, exactly. My understanding is exactly like that. Yeah. It's basically yeah. Coming from the Java world, that would be the, to my understanding. I might be wrong, but so far that's how I understand it. Well, I didn't start the timer anyway, so I can throw this away. Oh my god, my hands, you know, I will be sleeping for a long time today. I can tell you right away. I can feel it. I can feel it very much. I was not able to do anything. And the trainer, she was like screaming at me, like, come on! I was like, I cannot. Yes, you can! I was like, landed on my face. That was funny. So I was laughing. I did fall on my face, and then I was laughing in there. There were two people attending the exercise. One me, and there was another guy. Well, almost. There was another girl. Well, is it like it is a class, but people are not coming for the classes after the COVID, so. And it was before the COVID, it was the same, you know. There was like 4 of us, like in a class for 20 people. So basically, it's good because it is almost how you say it, like you almost have a like personal trainer, and he's like paying attention to you and correct you. So it hurts more because the way you do it doesn't hurt that much, of course. We got a lot of people of the classes over here. Oh, really? Where is it? Well, that might be because yeah, it might be because I'm in the city center, right? And normally like people which were in the office, which is in the city center, they would go to do the exercise in there, right? But now much more people are working from home, so they probably don't go and do the exercise in the city center. They can do it in a gym which is located elsewhere. That's my theory. I'll start the timer. And Yeah, this is much nicer mouse than the old one. Not that it would matter that much, I think, but it's nicer. It's nicer. It's, the glide pads are like nice. Maybe maybe they're just worn out. I don't know. Can I buy a replacement for it? Probably. I'm playing with them. True. True. Yeah, but to be honest, if I had a kid, you know, and I had the opportunity to eat with them at lunch, I would do so. You spend more time with your family. Well, given uh, your family is the functioning one, which not many are. Well, well, I don't know. I know like families which are not, you know. The members of family doesn't really enjoy the company of the of the other members of company. So here we do on changes, and if we have a look in here, that should have been called on a first after the constructor. This would be in the constructor. Name is not known at construction, so we'll have a look into constructor here, and it will say either this name is known or it will is not known. Yeah, well, that's the stereotype, right? But you mean, well, the thing is, like, and I really believe this, that like even raising a kids or the family at all, you know, like any household, you know, even if you are living just with your girlfriend, it all it actually demands like a management skills, like people management skills, you know, like to calm down the conflicts, you know, setting up straight like the communication, how it would be, you know, and that's like a rare attribute that people have. Like usually, like people are not, they cannot resolve conflicts, you know, or they just don't solve them, you know, and it's like under the surface, right? But they are suddenly like, no, no, you are like this and that, and then you see this these couples, and they are not they are not fine, you know, like they are like fighting and oh well. So my ideal of a guy who didn't have a kid is that we will love each other every single time, every minute. Yeah, that's probably bullshit when I'm talking about it like that. Yeah. So yeah, there's a possible I would kill them. Oh, that escalated quickly. Third person, you see they want the same thing, but can't communicate and agree and argue a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The art of communication is that's like even when someone says something, a lot of the time, the person of the other hand on the other side assumes that he knows what the other person means by it. And sometimes it's ridiculous, you know. It was like, I remember in a college, I had a roommate, right? And then I was uh, leaving the apartment at Strahov, right? And the trash bin was full, right? So I took out the trash bag. Excuse me. I hope I didn't kill your ears. And and then I forgot, you know, it was next to the door, you know, the trash bag. And I returned back, and my roommate was like, he was boiling. He was so pissed, you know. It's like, and he goes at me like, "Oh, what do you think? You know, that you leave it for me, that I should take it away, you know?" Because his thought was like, when I leave it there and put it to the doors, you know, it means that I want him to take it out, right? Because his parents were doing that, right? If there was a trash, you know, that meant that, right? But that wasn't my intention, right? And and it's really like, and it was like good guy. Don't get me wrong, you know. He wasn't like pushy or anything. You know? I love that guy. It's like awesome. One of my best friends ever. I haven't seen him for for a long time now, but still, we grew up together. And uh, yeah, the only thing was like, I said like, well, I said I just prepare it for myself, and then I forgot. And then he goes like, oh, uh, I did not think of that. You know, that didn't occur to me. I was like, oh yeah, and everything was good, you know. A lot of times it's like the miscommunication, as you say. Communication is like, that is a skill. Everyone thinks they know it. Usually they don't. And even like, if you go like, I couldn't like stand like going to the pubs and so on, because like people like, and even like, you know, like guys like, yeah, we are logical and we are saying shit that matters, you know, and we are transferring the knowledge. No, you're not. Like a lot of the time, you're not. They were just like, someone said something and the other one clearly did not understand, and then he just go on something like completely else, and they're like, yeah, yeah. Most of the time, people don't understand each other. It's actually hard to communicate well. I'm trying to improve in here as well. You know, also it's like my a little bit of a training ground to like ex to express myself a little bit better. You know, in anything I do, it's very important. It is very important. It is like awesome skill. I remember even on a university, I almost cried on one of the exams because I knew the topic, but I was not able to express it in a way which the professor would like see it. You know, he would like, you know, like see that I actually do understand it. And yeah, yeah. And I'm still not there. I'm still not perfect. Tomorrow I will. Okay, so we are looking at this, right? So from this log, we see that on changes is right after the constructor, right? This is constructor, so on. And if I read it correctly, you know, this should be called on each name change. So if I do update, We have do check, after content checked, after check, and then we have on changes again. Okay, cool. And there's another do check? Why? What the fuck? Okay, really? Let's have a look. Oh, this mouse is really better than that one. So I'm definitely buying some of the mouse in here. Might not know which one is it yet, but so I'll create it, and 8 was the last one, right? Then I do update, and there is like do check, twice do check. I don't know what that is for, and I don't even know like. This is name initialized and name changed. How come? What is in the code? Show me. So what is it? What is my IntelliJ lagging so much? Changes, messages, push, name. Oh, this verb. So we are changing the verb. Okay, so at the beginning it is initialized. Hey, SilSoDev, nice to see you here. Welcome. I'm testing mice also. As you can see, I have a free right now. We eliminated free today as well. And it's nice to see you too. It's nice to see you too. I might be a little bit tired today because I had a brutal workout. Like really brutal. How's New? Oh, I will be start the 1st of July. So I don't know yet. It seems like I might get another offer. So, and I intend to go on the interview even after I will sign the contract for the first company. Because here in Czech Republic we have this like probation period which lasts 3 months, and at that period you can say like, oh, bye, whatever, and they also can let you go from day to day on. Yeah, that's different from the US. Like in here, when you go through this probation period, they cannot fire you like immediately anymore. You have like this 2 months period, which they basically have to tell you ahead, like two months ahead, so you can like count on it, like maybe plan your finances, interview for another job, and so on. It's like security, socialism. It's actually good, I think. It's not crazy. It's like in somewhere where you cannot fire people at all, but it gives some kind of like buffer, for people. You cannot tell them like fuck off, even though you did work here for 10 years, and the company very benefited from you, and tomorrow you are not working here. Yeah, that's not how it works in here, which I think is good. So change this verb name, change to name or initialized. Okay, so yeah, next time it will be changed, but I kind of don't like that you basically are doing this. It doesn't do anything, right? Each another round you set it to change, but it is already changed. But checking for it might be even more expensive, so well, what will you do? Much easier to negotiate pay that way. Oh, yes. Yes, that's true. I don't have obligation period time to work for them. Example, contract don't say that you will work for 2 years. Oh, that's a good one. What I have been told that uh, it is contract for undefined period of time, which has like more protection for the employee here actually. Like if you have a contract for a year or something, then you still can like quit the job, you know, in that time. That's possible. But at the end of the year, you know, they might give you a job again or not, and you have no protection whatsoever. But if you have a for undefined time, they cannot fire you at the end of the year or whatever. You know, you still have that kind of like the buffer protection in here. No shit, really? That's awesome. How far did you went? That sounds it's cool. I would like to see it if when it is at a stage like maybe yeah, well, if you feel like sharing maybe tomorrow or even showing it after you propose, that would be cool. Yeah, maybe. Oh, nice. So we have this, and then we have log it on changes, and then we have the message. And we join it by that, huh? What is it? Oh, it's array. I see. Okay, so this is array. And we're pushing things to it. Which, oh, it's like they basically did string buffer in here. Yeah, it sounds cool. It's good thinking. Yeah, it will be for her. Even it will be a great story to tell. You know, even if the game will be trash, you know, it is great because she can tell to her kids or to her grandkids, like my husband actually like create a game for me to play, and at the end of the game there was a proposal to me. It is a fucking great bedtime story. And it is a great story to tell in a bar or wherever. It's just awesome idea. It's awesome idea. There's no way around it. I might steal it. Well, first I should have like some relationship. Yeah. Like I mean going in the direction of yeah. Yeah, right? It's like she will be happy no matter what, you know. If it's crappy, you know. If she doesn't like it, don't marry her. Don't. If she doesn't like it, don't marry her. That's my advice. That's my advice for a guy who was never married. Okay, so this one, beware, cult frequently. Yeah, that's okay. Cult in every change detection cycle anywhere on the page. The ng do check, right? We We do had that was the weird stuff, like do check, do check. Another do check. Actually, do check is check name. One of it. It's not spelled like this at all, and you will pronounce it do check, not do check. It's basically the same. That's phonetically it is one of the Czech name. Not that usual, but Duček is like one one Czech name. That's funny. I just realized. Okay, so peekaboo. Good. So we are at 8 and then update. And we are ended at 15 and we have two do checks and 15 and then I destroy and we do have do check again. That's the do check is here all the time and we have on destroy. Okay, I'll reload it again to clear it and create. We'll have a oh fucking A. Why is it freezing? IntelliJ! I'm fucking paying for this shit. It's slow. But I want going faster. No, seriously, this shouldn't happen. So here's the do check. That's kind of like all the time. Use Eclipse. You know what? I will use this. You see that? 0 loading time, you know? That's it. That's how I program now. It's fast. No, don't say it. Oh really? I'm so happy. That's awesome. Yeah, I do have a Notepad++ too. I just didn't open it. There are some useful plugins, for example, for inspecting like JSON and so on. I'm happy that it was the stream was actually helpful to you. That's awesome. Makes me happy. I helped someone. That's almost kind of touches me. That's awesome. That's cool. So cool. Okay, so this one is also like called frequently. The content in it doesn't say anything in here. Okay, but I still don't like understand. Okay, so we have those hooks in here, but why do we have the do check? Why do we have the after content in it? Why do you have after content in content checked? Why do we have after view in it? Why do we have the on destroy? Okay, I understand. There is some work, you know, which you want to do. And then I understand on init, which is not here. So we will. It is added here, but I don't see it anywhere else. One, two, yeah, just 2 occurrences. That's bullshit. Okay, so we are doing on init ourselves. You know what? Okay, and we say ng on. Why is it so laggy? Running sonar lint analysis. Yes, I want this guy. Super. No, I don't want super on init. I want suspiciously slow, really. And we will say this log it, and we will say on init, like so. And we'll format it a little bit so it doesn't complain about the white space. And I will reload the application. Look at that. You have on init, on init. Hold on. There's 2 on inits already. Oh, okay. That was wrong part of the application. Here, peekaboo. And okay, so we have a constructor on changes and then on init. This is important because the on init is very important. It is so that the Angular goes through the constructors in a like sequential manner. It's JavaScript, of course, right? And what happens here, you know, is when you have like some like lot of work in the constructor and it takes time, or you will wait here for some response from some server or whatever, the application will be not drawn in the view. You will not see this, you know. You won't see this. It will freeze in like the preparation stage of the application. So that's why we have the ng on init, because let's say we need to have some data or whatever displayed in there, okay, but we don't want to the user to stare at a blank page, you know, where is nothing happening. You know, he should get some response that, you know, okay, we are here on the page already and maybe it's loading. Maybe you can display a loading icon if you want to, right? But if you put it the logic in the constructor, you did steal yourself that opportunity. You destroyed it, right? So what you do is to put that shit in here. You put it in on init. That will be called only once after the construction. Well, it should be called only once, but we kind of see it was called twice, right? No, it was called only once. Good. So it was called once, and then I can do update, you know, it's not called, you know, another update, it's not called. Then I do destroy, you know, and destroy, that means it was crashed, right? Destroyed. It doesn't exist. And now if I create it again, you know, oh voila, it's only called when you create that. But it is after like the breaking period, which kind of will slow down your application, right? That's why we have the on ng on init. But the other one, what the fuck? Why? I don't know. I have no idea. On destroy is also kind of like, you know, why, right? That will be only like the last bit executed in the life of the component. So I don't know, you can close some connections or whatever. I don't know. I'm just pulling shit up right now. But why do we have all the other ones? Okay, now I understand how they are construct, how they log it, right? This is basically just okay. This could be one-liner, for example. You can write it differently. Yeah, it might not be as readable though. Yeah, whatever. This is fine. And What is this? When is this done? Okay, do check. In every change detection cycle. In every change detection cycle. Anywhere on page. What? Anywhere on the page, but only in this template, right? It shouldn't. If I do something in here, it doesn't do shit in here. We are just on it because we are creating. I guess we are creating components. Yeah. It's a nice mouse. I like this. I like this mouse. It's smooth. Yeah, okay. So that's how that works. But why? Why? That is the question. Why do we need those? So now we kind of understand how it works. And I think that the Peekaboo shows like most of them, right? They did not show the ng on it for some reason. It's okay. We could write it by ourselves. On changes, do check, and you have the other ones. I don't even know how many there are. It might be okay. So what is it? And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's like the Chinese. That's the favorite Chinese digit, 8, because it's called. They say it ba, and money you say da with a D, and 8 is ba. So it almost sounds like when you say 8, you say money, 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 money. Like ba 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 ba. It means like money, 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 and they really like money. So it is the most favorite number in China. Yes, you heard that before. Actually, also you can when you buy a phone, like a SIM card, and each of the phone has like the phone number, right? And if the more of 8 it contains, the more expensive it is. Like if you have 1234, 1234, it's very cheap. But if you have 888, 888, 888, that might sell for $1 million. No, I'm not kidding. That's insane. What's my favorite number? Maybe 13. That doesn't matter. Maybe because it's like so special to some like people, they think that it's bringing the bad luck. I was like, oh, that's stupid. Oh, 3 is another one of my favorite. Do you know why? Do you know why the 13 is the unlucky number? Do you know why the Friday 13 is the unlucky day? There's a history behind it. No clue? So you probably heard about the Templars, right? Templars were order. What happened to lucky number 7? I don't know. Templars were, that was an order which grew a lot of power. They were knights, right? Uh, they did some crusades, or they participated in that. That wasn't the good part of them, because they kind of introduced this almost like a banking system, you know. So previously, if you would be like peasant and the year was bad, you just starved to death. That was it. But the Templars, that was the like one of the first, if not the first, organization which actually did lend you money, you know, when you were like starving or whatever, you know, and then you would pay with a little bit of interest, you know, like the next year. And that was huge. That was new concept. That was new concept, and it was so successful, you know. They were like bringing the prosperity everywhere they were, you know. Like there were Templars, and everywhere they started to be, you know, it was prosperous. To have a Templars in your city, in your neighborhood or whatever was really good for you. You know, nowadays, you know, the banks, you know, we look at them differently, right? It's different organization, but that was the first help at that time. You know, that was awesome. They also did create like the first, like the credit cards, let's say, and that was like the people were going like to the pilgrimage, you know. So they were creating these. Uh, they had this cipher, right? So you would get a pergamon, you know, and there was written something in code. That code, by the way, was never cracked, and we've got those like code things, but no one knows what it says exactly because no one ever leaked it. No one from the Templar things, and it basically was encoded, you know, like uh, uh, maybe like a rough description. Hey, Plasma, a rough description of the guy or girl. You know, how much money do they have stored? You know, in the Templars' vault, and that way, you know, the pilgrims were like safe on the travels. That was a problem, you know. They were going like to the Jerusalem, you know, to see the holy places, right? And they were robbed and killed most of the time. But suddenly they have just this pergamon, which was worthless to anyone else. So they couldn't kill them, or there was no reason to kill them for worthless piece of paper. And they did like a lot of good for like everywhere they went, but they got a lot of money because of that. You know, that little interest they have gotten from lending people in need, you know, that was a lot, and they grew in a power a lot. And that was something which the Pope did not like, and he actually ordered a murder of the entire guild, or entire, like, you know, of all Templars. And that happened at the Friday 13th. I don't know which year, I forgot that one, but it was Friday 13th. What actually happened was that the leader of the Templars was killed, but a lot of the Templars just vanished. They when they went there to be killed, you know, there was no one. You know, they found empty monasteries. They found empty like everything, and they took away a lot of stuff away. You know, like everything which wasn't like building, and you couldn't take it away easily, and so on. That was there, yeah. But otherwise, like the majority just vanished, just vanished. and then there's like no written like like where they did go and so on. My favorite theory is that they went to Switzerland, the nowadays Switzerland, and they kind of went there. That could correspond with one of the battle, which was like suddenly won by the peasants, which were suddenly using one of the tactics which the Templars were using in a war. But no one will confirm that. That's just hearsay. You didn't hear that, but I like it. And like some years ago, like there was a birth of the modern banking system in Switzerland, right? And like when you say Swiss, like Swiss Conto, Swiss banks, and so on. Well, goes in there. And they have a flag which is also like the Red Cross, but reversed, right? The colors are not Red Cross as the Templars and the white surrounding, but it's white cross and the red surrounding. So it's like, oh, it must be so, it must be so. Well, we really don't know. But anyways, back to the 13. It was kind of disaster for a lot of people all around the world, that this organization which was helping the normal people were suddenly like stopped in their tracks. And it happened at Friday 13th. And ever since then, the 13th is deemed like very unlucky number, and the Friday 13th as very unlucky day. And it was so strong with the people that it prevails with the people, with a lot of people, and they don't even know how it happened originally. Now you know. And I'm not learning Angular again. But it's nice to talking to, so that counts. Yeah, okay. And here's like a lot of stuff, how they say like see the details like later. Yeah, it's usually I don't feel it like logical, like to fear some numbers. Why? That is superstition, almost by definition, right? It's like the rabbit foot will not increases your chances of winning lottery or whatever. Or like throwing salt over your left shoulder or knocking on a wood. Why? What is the mechanism? That's just respond after Angular projects external content. Okay, so I need to read it about. We did read this already a little bit. This is really nice mouse. I like it. I like it more and more. I have to say. I might be keeping this one. Yeah, this one is kind of also nice, but it's like heavier. Yeah, it's not so nice as this one. And this one is light. I like it. Oh, well, lighter. This one has like 70, almost 80 grams. This one has a 100. It's nicer. It has the infinite scroll wheel. Like I can do whee, and I'm at the end, and I don't know where I was. Oh, I can reload, and that will take me to the life cycle hooks. I'll hide this. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. Okay. That wasn't really what I. Okay. So here's the demo which we did download. And demonstrates the use the lifecycle hooks through series of exercises. Yeah, blah blah blah. We did download it. Here, Peekaboo demonstrates every lifecycle hook. Each hook method writes to the on-screen log. That's the one we did, right? And then we have a spy. Shows how you can use lifecycle hooks with a custom directive. Custom directive. Interesting. because I still don't understand fully the custom directive, so that might be interesting. The spy directive implements the ng on init and destroy hooks and uses them to watch and report when an element goes in or out of the current view. On init is when it goes into view. So we will have a look in there, which means I want to. That was the. Okay, now we are in a peekaboo component. I want peekaboo parent. At the top there was a. Okay, this is not going anywhere. Oh, it is. I'm pressing back, by the way, to go into history, but I did jump to too many places. So I'm guessing we will, because we know where it is, right? And it was. Oh, come on, move, move. It's really like. Okay, so here, the app component, and here we have. Oh, this is the peekaboo parent. Okay, so that's not what we want. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning. There's a app component, there was an index. Index is the main thing, right? Here we have the root component. If we go there, we can see that it has a template. Here we have defined the selector, and the selector is here, right? Here is defined what we should write, what the tag will be named, right? So this is defined here. If I say root 2, this will stop working. It's gone. But if I go back to the usage and I say root 2, it will work again. Here we go. Okay, so I will undo this. Now it doesn't, yeah, and we will delete this and now it will work again. That's the original state of the things. And here's the template. Template is the HTML, the view, what it will contain. So we can go there. And here's the entire page we have there. So we have the anchors, the links over here, and then we have another components in here. And we are out of the time, and I really want to go to the toilet. So I'll stop the timer. Stop the recording.